There we go. Okay. All right, so we are recording. So today we're going to do, I have just about a 16-minute workout for us. We have a warm-up that's sort of going to get your heart rate going and breathing fast. Then we're going to work on some ladder exercises, regardless of if we have a ladder or not. We'll do some transitions, and then a little bit of jumping, a little bit of juking, and a little bit of abs and cardio. Sound fun?
Wow.
Yeah, right? Okay, so for starting out, we're gonna do what I call Coke bottles, or you might have heard them called leaves. But what we're gonna do is we're going to get really, really low in derby position, and we're going to roll as far out as we can, and then back in, and then do it backwards. And notice nothing is but legs, and it seems really easy for like the first two, and then suddenly you're like, oh. We're gonna do this for a minute. If it is too easy, get lower, get deeper. Try not to lean too far forward. You still want your chest up. 25 seconds. Katie, can you please do that while I'm doing this? Yeah. Are you going to work out with me? Here's yours right there. 10 seconds. All right. Shake it out. Now we're going to sort of work the opposite muscle by doing the reverse of what the Coke bottles do. So we're going to skate, bring our skate in front, and then let it slide back. So I'm basically bringing it in front, and then just letting it glide back, and just opening up that hip. And then just switch legs. All right, about 30 more seconds. This should feel like a kind of nice stretch. All right, 2 more. All right, and when you're done, the next thing we're going to do is quick feet or chicken chop chops. So if you know chicken quick feet, it's like running in place. And then we're going to move to my right and then my left. So position yourself wherever you have room to move laterally. And we're going to do this for a minute. And this time, because I wasn't actually timing it before, I'll time it now just to be nice. Because I think the first time, it definitely was more than a minute. All right. Ready? Set. Go. Quick feet. Try to stay in place. All right, now we're going to go to my right. So that's maybe your left. Oh, I don't know. And then this way. Staying front. Now this way one more time. And this way. And back to the center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Good. All right, next we're going to do for 1 minute. Squats. I'll give you a choice. If you want to, you can just do squats. If you're feeling super awesome, you can do some squats. I'm not feeling it today, so I'll just do squats. So 1 minute, starting now. Remember, try not to lean too far forward. Thirty seconds. Five. And done. Then last, we're going to do, and I apologize in advance, mountain climbers for 30 seconds. Sorry, but it really is good. So get on your knees. If you can't do mountain climbers, go ahead and do plank, do dolphin, whatever feels best for you. We're going to do it for 30 seconds, starting now. Halfway there. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Rest for a minute. Get some water. I'll do the best I can. My daughter's correcting my form. "30-second rest, and then we'll do leaves one more time, or Coke bottles, and we'll go through that whole thing, but instead of 1 minute, we'll just do each one for 30 seconds. And we won't stop in between. How are we feeling? Thumbs up? Okay. Good. All right. Let's get ready. Coke bottles first. 30 seconds. Go. Stay really low. Keep that chest up. And use those abductors and adductors to bring you forward and backwards. One second left. All right, now we're doing reverse sweeps. Just go right into it. Remember, bring your leg in front, and then let it just glide back. In front, and glide back. Front. All right. And end. Now we're going to do chicken chop chops or quick feet. Now. Okay, we're going this way. Okay, and this way. And stop and go immediately into your squat. All right, now mountain climbers, and go for 30. Seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right. Take a breath. Get a drink of water. And then we'll do the next thing. Whew. Stretch out for a minute. All right. How's everyone? Out of breath? Yeah. Good. I'm stretching out my hips. Kiddo, I'm on a call, so you have to figure it out. All right. Next, we're going to do some hip openers by way of side surf. So we're just going to the long way across whatever surface you have. Surf, and then stop. Surf, and then stop. And once you kind of have that movement, I want you to lower it. So you're really low and really open. Good. If you're having trouble staying in that position, go as far as you can go. I do find the lower you are, the more straight you'll go. Now, try not to bounce up, which is what I was just doing, but I can see myself. All right, good. Now we're going to shorten this by doing lane changes. So I'm going to give you a minute on your own to go ahead and do them. Take a look at your floor. If you have chalk, you can go ahead and draw some chalk lines on the floor. but just guesstimate where the lanes are and go from lane to lane. Try 1 lane, try 2 lanes, try 3 lanes, and for a minute, starting now. Go. Good, try staying low, get lower, even if you think you're really low already. 10 more seconds. Two more, and done. Get a sip of water if you need it. All right, next we're gonna do some ladder exercises. If you're working in a narrow space, a lot of these exercises you can do with just 1 line. If you have tape or chalk, you can go ahead and put some down real quick. I'm gonna put some down just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not actually gonna make a whole ladder. I'm just gonna put 2 lines down. I figure the rest you can sort of figure out. Now this is where I say, gosh, I haven't been on skates for a while. This is really hard. So you know these exercises. So do better than I do on these. So the first one we're gonna do is one side to the other side. If you have a very narrow space, just go like this. If you have a wider space, go ahead and go all the way through. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let's do it about 5 times. Go ahead. 5 lengths, I guess I should say. If you're feeling like you really got it, try going backwards. Try to speed it up if you feel really confident. Wrap up your last time. All right. Now we're going to do the same thing on our toe stop. And do the same thing, go forward and backwards about 5 times each way. If you're feeling unstable, get lower. All right, finish up your last length. All right, shake it out just a little bit. Now we're going to start inside the box. And we're going to go outside, inside. Do this about, just do it twice, and then we'll switch directions. Okay, so whichever way you started, do the other way. So you're starting with your opposite foot now. All right. Wrap it up. Now, we're going to do the same thing on our toe stops. 2 times. Ready, and go. And then switch directions if you haven't done that yet. Good. All right, shake that out. Have a sip of water. All right, let's see. We're gonna do one more ladder exercise, this time on our toe stops only. And you can just stand still. Actually, I take that back. Let's do something before we do that. Let's do, if you're okay jumping, jump. If you can't jump, then I want you to slalom, like that. But if you can jump, I want you to do a 180 jump and then back again. So practice that for about a minute. If you are really good one way and you're feeling daring, you can try the other way. Oops. Definitely better one way than the other. And again, if you're not jumping, you can just practice slaloming. If you're getting really good at that, see if you can slalom 180. All right. Last one we're going to do with the ladder is another jumpy one. I'm trying to think of an alternative to jumping for this one. I think you could just do forwards and backwards. It's an alternative. But what we're going to practice, if you can jump, is this. All right. So go ahead, practice that for a minute. I made us a long time to do that. Take a break a couple of times in that minute. again, grab water. We're gonna be done with the ladders. We're gonna do a quick sequence starting piece by piece. It's one that you all know, and are pretty good at actually, but I find it's good to break it down anyway. So we're gonna do, what we're gonna progress into is basically a transition to a run out. So imagine, like say, this is the lane, and I want to run out of it because I want to get between two people or a person in the lane, how I would do that. So we're going to break it down just to really focus on all the individual muscles involved. So we're going to start again with the closed, with side surf. I was going to say close the door transition. That's what we're going to work towards. The side surf. Try to get it as long as you can. Try to be as low as you can. And try to keep your body as forward and high up, with your chest facing forward. Knees are doing all the bending. That back has a little bit of a dog tilt to it. You're like pushing forward your pelvis a little bit. If you want to test how straight you are, if you have that line still, you can see how well you follow that line. But in general, keep your eyes up and trust your feet. They're there, even if you're not looking at them. All right. From there, we are going to do an open the door, close the door transition. You all know this. That's it. And then do it the other way. Practice this. I know this seems really easy, but just feel your muscles working and really think about what muscles are doing what. Get low. When you think you're low, get lower. And once you feel really comfortable doing that, let's try speeding it up. And then really now, I'm going to have you really get into that toe stop. Like you're going to go the other way. Charlie, you can't do this workout with me. All right. Now we're going to transition into the whole thing, which, if I were really graceful, pretend I am, it's going to look like this with a run out of it. So again.
So wait, are you going the same direction?
I am continuing to go the same direction. So if I am, let me see if I can slow it down. If I'm going this way, I am running out, going the same direction.
Okay, so it's not quite a transition. You're turning around and then you're continuing to go.
You're transitioning for just a second as you get past them, and then you're turning around again. So imagine, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. However you think of it, that works for you. I put everything into a game scenario. So I mentally picture that there's a person right here, and the line is right behind me, and I'm going to and run out really fast.
I will try and visualize.
Right? Yeah. So practice that a couple times. If you have limited space, do your best. I keep almost running into the wall, or my dog, or my other dog. All right, how are we doing? All right. We're gonna do this one or two more times if you feel like it. And grab some water, and we're gonna move on to the thing I am worst at, but would love to practice. So we're doing it. Juking. All right. While you're getting water, I'll break it down a bit. So the first step we're going to do is just lateral hop. If you have your lines for a ladder, you can visualize them, it'll help. Because we want your jump to be about that far. And again, I'm feeling really graceful. All right, so let's do that, you know me, for about a minute. Ready? Go. It is easier the lower you are. If you're not jumping yet, that's okay. You can just do this at first. And then as you feel comfortable, get a hop in there. But this is also a very good workout. All right. Next, we're going to take it up a notch. And we are going to make them into skier jumps. So we're going to go so practice that for a minute or so. Again, if you're not there yet, just keep working your way that way. This is still good. You can do the jump. Maybe try doing a couple jumps. And then if you're feeling really confident, get a couple more in. If you can do them fast, speed it up. All right. From there, obviously the reason why we're doing this is to get used to that, you know, back and forth movement. When you do, can you go one way and then step the other way? So you might go. We're gonna also practice going up and down. And I'm moving this just a little bit to show you how goofy we can be going up and down. So you're gonna go try both sides and practice that. So you're reaching, tucking down. Think really big, tuck down. Really big, I'm even hopping. You don't have to hop. One of the things I realized about juking and why I'm really bad at it is it takes a lot of really fast muscle fibers in your core to really be transitioning from one direction to the other. So I feel like this is actually a good muscle exercise for your abs. Now we're going to put them together. If you have a human, you can use your human. Hey, Silas, come here, be my human. You can also use a stuffy or a dog. And if you're going to stand, you can look at me. There's my human. And I'm going to be really careful not to step on his little toes, so I'm going to do it slowly. I'm going to be down, up, down.
Actually, be careful. Actually, be careful.
All right. He has decided he does not want to be my human anymore. That is okay. I'll steal a chair.
I can go do it.
Oh, no, you're fine. I totally trust you. Yeah, not a great place to be.
Please stop here.
All right, so we're going to go up, down. So if you have room to skate up, you're going to skate up, up, down. And then do that a couple times. And use your arms. It gets more motion. It looks bigger. You're going to skate up, down. Skate up, down. All right. Do that a couple more times on either side. All right. Next, we're going to take it down a notch for a little while. So, and do some little feet work. While I'm explaining, you can feel free to have a drink of water. One of the things I realized when I put on roller skates in my house is that my house is not level. It is slanted, so the house is settled in one direction. So, what we're going to do are some shuffles. These are really just simple front, back, lift up your front wheels, back wheels, and go the opposite way. Keep going. Really work on keeping them as parallel as you can as you're moving them. Slow it down if you need to. If you feel comfortable, you can speed it up. But slow is not bad. It just means you're really focusing on the movement. All right, do that 2 more times, and then we'll do one more shuffle thing. All right, now we're going to do what is affectionately called the breakfast club, which is moving, shoot, now I have to think about it. Nope, hold on. Moving them in opposite directions. There we go. Oh my gosh, I could do it off skates. I can't think about it right now. I'm overthinking it. There we go. Do that a couple more times. There's definitely one way I can't do that. All right, shake it out. Stretch out those calves if you need to. All right, we're gonna do a couple of figure 8 exercises. If you have like a coaster or two, a stuffy or two, or I think Jadel even had some cones on her, or two. Put them, you know, I know that we're limited on space, like 5 feet apart if you can. Charlie, that's my stuffy, go away. We're gonna start, we're gonna do this a couple different ways. The first way is going to be keeping our body forward. We're going to skate, transition, and come back. Transition, keeping our body forward. So obviously really slowly for me. If you can do this for a little bit and then switch sides when you start to feel like one side has had enough. So the whole goal is that you're keeping your hips as forward as possible. All right, if you haven't switched sides, switch sides. All right, now I'm going to move mine so you can see what I'm doing. Yours can stay where they are. We're going to do the same thing, but now, you know, before we were facing this way, now we're going to face this way. Again, we're keeping our body, our hips forward, and we are using the columns to move around the cones while keeping our hips forward. Do this a couple times in one direction, or actually do it a handful of times in one direction. You can do it different ways. I was swallowing, but you could also take advantage of your beautiful side surf. Switch sides, go the other way if you haven't done it yet. If you're swallowing, focus on keeping your legs as parallel as you can. The goal of this is you're really learning how to use your edges to pivot. If you are swallowing, just remember that you have to keep your body really forward at all times. All right, we're gonna do one more with the cones, and I apologize in advance because I'm gonna show just how long it's been that I've been on skates. We're gonna use our edges to go around the cone. So 1 foot, edges around the cone. So you're gonna do outside edge first. An outside edge. 1 foot, outside edge. Front foot, outside edge. Try to get as tight as you can. If you can't do 1 foot, go ahead and just do 2. It's been a long time. But really, thank you, Charlie, lean into it. Keep your body low. And lean into those edges even a little bit further than you feel comfortable doing. Maybe do that a couple times and then go back to your single foot. Now, we're going to try the opposite way. If you're using 2 feet, you're basically doing the same thing, but you're just going around them differently. If you are using 1 foot, you are going around like that. Sorry, Charlie. Let me try that on this side. Here, the dog is not. So you go around and then around. All right. And again, if you're doing 2 feet, remember just lean a little bit further when you feel comfortable leaning. All right. I have 2 more endurance exercises for you. Actually, I think I'm just going to do 1. Let's get the last one and do some abs. This one is excruciating. It is edge skating in place. So if you've done this, if you did Ram's workout last time, you know this. You are skating in place, trying to get as long of a stride as you can, but you are really working your inside edges, so you're not going anywhere. Let's try that again. And really, the bigger the step, the more control you have, the better. And I'll show you what my feet look like. Hi, Charlie, can you back away? No, you cannot. So that's what my feet look like. Awesome. All right. We're going to stop there. Take a couple breaths. Stretch your sides. Shake it out. Because we're going to hit the floor in a second with some ab work. I feel like the biggest thing I've learned in derby is to take care of your core. It'll keep you from getting hurt. It helps you move fast. So we're going to wrap up with 2 ab workouts. The first one is going to be scissor kicks. Demonstrate. So your feet are just slightly off the ground and you are kicking. So you're going to do that 15 times on each side and then rest and go. The lower you can get your legs from the ground, the harder to work out. I lost count, so I'm going to guess at 20. All right, then we're going to alternate. We're going to do this twice. So this time we're going to do Russian twist. It is basically like up, and you're going to twist. Some people will do a full sit-up and then twist and then go down again. I just can't right now. So we'll just lift our legs in the air and go up. We'll do it 15 times. Go. Whew. All right. We'll do both of those one more time, and we'll be done. Ready? We'll do scissors kick and go. Whoa. And then our last set of Russian twist and go. All right. We are done. We survived. Congratulations. That was pretty solid workout for me.
Yes, for me too. I'm all sweaty.
Yeah. I'm going to stop recording.